Hello everyone, Vito's32 back with another edition of What's on Deck, your weekly update on what is new and upcoming in the world of playing cards. And there is, coming up later in the video, I will be telling you some exclusive news about a deck that is making a comeback. So be sure to stay tuned to that. But let's get on to Kickstarter. Lots going on. This month is shaping up to be a busy month. So first off, we got Pitman playing cards from my friends at Elephant Playing Cards. I have a review on my channel of the prototype. It's on there right now on Kickstarter, launched on Monday. It's 42% funded, 23 days to go. The goal is a little bit high at $20,000, but it is getting there, and hopefully it will fund. Black edition currently available. The red edition is a stretch goal, which they may or may not make it. We'll see. I see there's also reviews on Magic Orthodoxy and whatnot. As you can see, it's a transformational style deck, and if you want to see more, definitely check out my review, and obviously check out the project page. You can see it's a really cool deck, really well done, a lot of effort, and that is that. Next up, Quinzel playing cards from Fancy King playing cards. Currently, 17% funded, 23 days to go. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay. Apparently, it's based on some kind of a fictional character, but I have no idea who this character is or what it's all about. And this logo here, the king with sunglasses, is oddly familiar to others like Crooked King's cards and King's Wilds. So, not highly original, but whatever. If I was going to start a company, it wouldn't be whatever king. It would be something completely different because there's too many king companies right now in playing cards. But anyways, the cards, they're all fairly similar. All the cards have these diamonds in the background of the faces. They all have red and black pips, with the clubs and spades having black on the left side, red on the right side, and hearts and diamonds being the reverse. Not a big fan of it because they're all, to me, they're all black and red, and they just kind of blend together. And I like to have a noticeable difference between, the reds and the blacks. The back design is also not extremely exciting. It's just black and red squares, rectangles, whatever. It's just divided into 4 quarters on the back design in red and black, and some black diamonds on the red side. And very simple, not overly exciting. And then the court cards are just standard court cards that have been graffitied. Again, not too exciting. Basically, they all have the theme of see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. The jacks see no evil, the queens hear no evil. It even says that. Did you hear that? Nope. And the spades, the kings speak no evil. Not, again, that exciting. Like that, censored. They censored the king. But yeah, it's okay, but it's not earth-shattering or anything like that. To be produced by MPC. Next up, Bicycle Limited Edition Vintage Royals from Collectible Playing Cards. You've probably seen this one before. It's not the first attempt. Right now, it is 63% funded, 35 days to go. It will make it with that amount of time and that little distance away from funding. By the way, the other deck, Bicycle Mummies, is currently 94% funded or so, a couple $100 away from funding. A few days left. You can check that one out as well. This one's pretty cool. It's obviously inspired by Vincent van Gogh and his artwork. You see that is reflected on the borderless back design. Limited to 1,100 decks. The retail price after the Kickstarter project is over will be $20, so it's going to be pricey. Still lots available though for anyone who is interested. And then, so here you see the artwork, pretty cool. Some would say the court card's a little bit awkward because there's not enough body with the size of those arms and everything. They do look a little bit awkward, but that kind of goes with, I think, Van Gogh's style. Next up, Little Big Heart from Camouflame. It's a very anime style art deck. Kickstarter exclusive, apparently. 2 colors, a brown and a blue. One-way back design, not a huge fan of that. It's, really cartoony. Even the pips, the indexes, not really liking too much either. They're not too easy to read. And this all looks like it was drawn by a kid. And sometimes that's good, sometimes not so good. But the index is just not good at all for playing cards. And then, it's okay for what it is. If you like it, by all means. But it's just not doing it for me personally. And that is that. To be produced by, no freaking idea. Doesn't say. But, and actually, there's a stretch goal at 3,000 euros for the second deck. So they got one deck, the blue deck, I guess. And then the other one will be second edition. Stretch goal for 2-deck box, super box they call it, and a 10,000 goal for all decks signed by Aki, whoever that is. Oh, okay, it's the brown deck that's available right now. The blue is the stretch goal. I kind of would just prefer if they just did the blue deck. It looks a little bit nicer than the brown one, I guess, but that's just me. And for some interesting reason, they decided to put blue jeans in the background of all the cards. A little bit odd. But that is that. Next up, Alter Deco playing cards from Lords Playing Cards, another project from them. Currently, 22% funded with 40 days to go. I do like the back design. It's pretty nice. Also, it's got a vintage style look to the whole deck. It even says vintage playing cards on there. I like the deco theme, the art deco and whatnot. The back design's pretty nice. Although I don't know why the hell there's white in the corners. Obviously that's not going to be in the actual product, but a little bit better editing in these pictures would have been better. To be printed by Noir Arts, NPCC. Numbered seals, 500 being produced only. Here you see the aces, which are okay. They look a little bit lopsided, especially the clubs and the hearts. And the ace of spades, it's just a Damaco ace of spades. It's not the first time they've done this. In one of their previous decks, they had white knuckle court cards, and I pointed it out to them, and also the white knuckle, and that was abruptly pulled. But, this is just a Damaco ace of spades with some, details in the background. And custom indexes. Not a big fan of the indexes either. They're very hard to identify, from what I can tell. It's the font, the pip. It could be better. For court cards, pretty nice, very colorful. I do like that. A bit of a Damaco look to them too, I think. Maybe just a little bit. But I think they are custom. So, it is what it is. It's not bad. But not that great either, I guess. Here's the number cards, fairly standard. And that's that. Moving along, Primo playing cards, new project from Edgy Brothers. It is 52% funded, 25 days to go. Maybe being hurt a little bit by the fact that there's all these other decks on Kickstarter right now, like the Omnia and the new Jackson Robinson, which we'll talk about momentarily, and others, but it is what it is. We'll see. Oh, I apologize. People have been saying I say that too much. I apologize. So the backs, kind of just a casino style look, which is fine. And then the faces, again, fairly clean, fairly standard. The court cards are completely custom, yet very identifiable and recognizable. I do like them. And there is a stretch goal for a blue deck at $14,000, which we'll see if they get there or not. Nice tuck case with lots of embossing, foil, and that is that. Next up, Crazy Eights from Jackson Robinson, Kings Wild. It is funded, big surprise, with 24 days to go. This launched yesterday. Funded within, an hour or two, whatever it was. I didn't check, but obviously it's pretty fast. There's 2 decks. Originally, They was teasing this back in October. It was bicycle branded. Now it's not even produced by the USPC. It's being produced by Expert Playing Card Company. Here you see the standard edition 2500 being produced. You might as well get these before they sell out if you're thinking of getting them, or if you like Jackson Robinson decks, because they will sell out. Just a matter of time, I imagine. But anyways, there's a standard edition, and then there's a limited edition, only 888 being produced. We look at this. A limited edition is going to have numbered seals. Both decks have a classic finish. This one's going to have the embossed tuck case and full color printing on the inside and outside of the tuck case. And it does actually interestingly say that it's an initial print run of 2500 for the standard edition. You can see by looking at obviously the tuck cases on the fronts and the backs, definitely some differences. Even just the back design is different, just little things here and there. Well, actually it's fairly different, but similar but different. And then the faces, well, here you see the backs again. And here you see the faces again, similar yet different from one deck to the other. And number cards, and I like it. I do think the indexes, the pips in the index might be a little bit hard to read. Like, I'm having difficulty distinguishing what that is, but it almost doesn't really matter, I guess. I think that they could have been better. I mean, those pips in the index are so tiny. It just looks like it'll be hard to identify. But then again, we're looking at a picture from a distance, so it's hard to say exactly. So that's that. Next up, Gold Side by Tail Rain and Ren Card, their first project. It is currently 14% funded, 29 days to go. I gotta kick out this project. Anyways, you see the box there. It's got a skull on the front for some unknown reason, because it has nothing to do with skulls or death or anything like that. It's all about gold. This deck includes 54 cards and a box for storage. Oh, wow. Comes with a box. They are totally exclusive. Like, totally. Quality is casino cards. Just not really grammatically the best project. The artwork, here you see the court cards. They are not exciting. It looks like there's issues with the coloring and whatnot. And it looks like they just made the image too small, with too many borders. And then there's just, you look at these number cards, the aces. I don't like these borders. I think it should be even all the way around, or something ever. It looks off the way it is. And then the back design is nicely detailed, of cogs and gears, but it is a one-way design. And then the jokers, they just don't seem to fit at all, and are not exciting at all. Apparently they do have, I saw somewhere in here, this is the first deck in the collection side to consist of 5 cards. I think they mean decks. Side gold, or gold side, which is this one. Silver hand side platinum. Side steel, side adamantium, and I don't know what else, but please no. Just, if you're going to do something good and actually have somebody that can put together a good project with good grammar, then do it, but this is just not that good. Moving along, Atlas playing cards from Ember Waves Untied States. It's actually not bad. It is currently 65% funded and 19 days to go. It's just a matter of time. Inspired by maps, old world maps to be exact, and the Greek myth figure Atlas, and you see Atlas right there. He's on the front of the tuck case. Here's we'll get to it. Here's the back design. It's pretty nice. Lots of detail. I like the colors and everything, the way it's put together. You see the Joker. For some reason, they got the index on the Joker on the wrong side. Not a fan of that. Put them all on the same side. I mean, it only makes sense. It's just weird the way it is. And, of course, Atlas is on there. And I'm guessing that's just like a Photoshop image. I'm not sure. To be printed by MPC on their air cushion finish. If they hit $8,000, they print by with USB-C and add a DAF card and a double backer. Here you see the aces, pretty nice. It's going with a similar style index to some of the previous decks. For some reason, it looks like the ace of hearts and spades are from different decks than the clubs and the diamonds because different style artwork. Whatever, I guess it's okay. And for some reason, they've given the ace of spades 4 indexes. And in case you can't figure out what it is, they tell you point blank on the ace, that is the ace of spades. I think that's completely unnecessary. I don't know why people always have to tell you, this is the ace of spades or the ace of hearts. We know what it is. We're not stupid. You don't need to tell us what it is. It seems completely unnecessary. Court cards are standard. And here you see where I'm talking about the indexes on a different side than the jokers. The jokers, it's on one side, and the other cards is on the opposite side. It's kind of weird. Court cards, they're okay. They're just standard, recolored. Looks like they just pasted them on top of these faces. And then they put the pips in the opposite corners as well. Which I prefer the suit indicators to be on the other side as well. Just the way I prefer it. It's not a big thing. Jokers are okay. There's actually a reveal 2 of hearts. And then the number cards. I like that they have different artwork in the background of each suit. Not a big fan of some of these pips. They're really huge, which is done for so that you can read them easily. But I don't like it when, I mean, look at this 4 of spades. The pips are all kind of stuck together. Why do that? Separate them a little bit more. They're huge, that's great, but why do they need to be on top of each other practically? That turns me off a little bit. I mean, look at these pips. They're too massive. Big is good, but too massive is not good. Here you see you can add on his previous deck, a capitalist deck, which he's trying to sell still, and I don't see his other deck on here. Oh, there it is. The sword playing cards, which is apparently the last unsold deck. But anyways, moving along. That's it for Kickstarter. Stay with me, we'll get on to the other stuff. Alright, so some stuff coming to Kickstarter soon. First of all, Renaissance playing cards from Igor Klitsnik, who has previously been involved with the Strange Head Society deck, which I have one if anyone's interested in buying. A opened for review deck. That's all it was just open for review. And that one was through Gamblers as well. And there was another one, I don't recall the name. This is coming at the end of January to Kickstarter, printed by Expert Playing Cards under Robusto stock and finish. It's all about the Renaissance, obviously. One-way court cards featuring knights and warriors. Here you see the aces, very nicely done. Number cards, again, very cool. Kind of an old style look to it. And here's the back design, very nice. I like it. Definitely one to check out. And there's a limited edition apparently with color, very nice. Oh, and color on the court cards too. I'm liking it. Not sure when it is going to be available, but I will keep you posted, obviously. Next up, Bicycle Aglo 2.0. A glow in the dark deck. I'm not sure how that's going to work with USB-C. It's coming soon. In fact, I already have a preview of the project up, which we'll look at. They previously tried this with a lower goal. Now they're looking for $6,500. Or maybe it was similar. But it was not USB-C, and it just isn't fun. Number cards are pretty colorful. You see the glow in the dark element there. Court cards, not really my thing. There's 2 different colors for the deck, as you can see, kind of a green and a pink, basically, or blue and red, actually, they say, but more like a pink. That is that, though. Coming soon. Again, I'll let you know. And this, coming soon. I'm looking forward to this. Bicycle Americana is back. Civil War Edition from Gambler's Warehouse, who have gotten the artwork apparently from USBC, and I guess it's just going to be kind of like a recolor and Civil War inspired court cards. The previous original deck was like this deck, the Americana. The original one was like the 4th or 5th deck on Kickstarter when decks first started appearing on Kickstarter like 5 years ago. So it's been a while. And it was done by Russell Kurtzwell. It was very nice. It's one of my favorites. But unfortunately, obviously, we know he had a lot of issues with his last project, which was the, not the Brimstone, Quicksilver. That's the one. Brimstone was actually his first project on Kickstarter. Quicksilver was the sequel to that. But anyways, looks pretty nice. Kudos to Gamblers for getting the artwork and getting this done. I don't know who did the rest of the work, but apparently they were supposed to get the artwork from Russell Kurtzwell, and he never bothered, even though they paid for it. Jerk. Anyways, moving along, this is the one I want to talk about. Now available exclusively at collectibleplayingcards.com, Yellow Riderbacks. This is not the original one. This is a new production, exclusively available at collectibleplayingcards.com. If you've been looking for them, now's your chance to get them. They are $9.95, but you can save 10% with the code VJose32. So make sure you check it out. Lots available, more than 100 available right now. It comes with a blank face card and a double backer. Very nice. And excited to see this back again. These cards have been kind of out of circulation for some time now. It's not impossible to find them on eBay or whatever, but it is hard to find them, and they are a little bit pricier. But now the value is probably going to go straight down the toilet. Anyways, also, Bicycle Hessler's Enhanced Playing Cards from Matt Hessler, available on his website, matthessler.com. And it'll take you to Amazon, which is where you can buy them. We'll look at the artwork quickly. Nice Ace of Spades. That has a skeleton on there, begging for something. You can see the back design. It's colorful. It's a black maiden back with enhanced colors in the pips and the angels and whatnot. Spades, you see, are in blue. Here's the back of the box. For some reason it's got a queen on there. Spades are in blue, diamonds in yellow, except for 2 gaff cards. There's a Black Maria, as it says on the side, which is got black pips and a darker color for color change purposes, and this diamond, which is the Omnibus Knave, which has got kind of a red or orange pip as opposed to the yellow, and more of the yellow colors and orange colors, whereas the rest are very colorful and fun. Hearts are in red, diamonds in yellow, spades in blue, and clubs in green, as you can see. Fun deck. All the cards tell you what the value is along the side. I'm not usually a big fan of that, but in this case it's an artistic feature, and it actually looks nice. It actually could be usable as well for like Magic. You spread out the cards. Oh, there's that card or whatever. It's interesting. I don't mind it in this context. There's also instructions on the Game of Hearts. And you see the gaff cards here. And you see some of those. Crap, I'll be right back. So yeah, you see the cards. They're very nice. I like them. I do like these style of cards, no revoke as they call them, with 4 colored suits. They're always fun, and it makes it easy to identify each suit. They're very nice, they're practical, they're usable. I like them. You can get them through his website and or Amazon. In fact, here's the link on Amazon at the bottom of his site. Not sure if they're shipping to me yet. But, Matt... Oh. Apparently they will ship out to me. Matt was nice enough to send me a deck to review. Which I really appreciate, so thank you, Matt, for doing that. Next up, a new deck from Legends Playing Cards. Whoops, we entered the store here. Forgot to do that. Actually, too, they got this new Legends Four Kingdoms deck, which is actually a game, and this Tough Luck deck. This one was on Kickstarter before. It's a little bit different, not your standard ordinary deck of cards, so it doesn't interest me too much. I mean, there's no suits, as you can see, for the court cards, even though it does have court cards and number cards and everything. There's no suits or anything. I do like the back design and whatnot, but it's more of a game than an actual deck, so I'm passing on that one. But this is the one I'm interested in. Tough Luck. You see the front of the box and the back of the box. Not much more artwork wise at the moment. But it's only like $5.25. It's pretty cheap, so worthwhile getting, I guess. 1,000 produced, so it's pretty limited. These are a special deck that it says pushes the edge of playing card production. The new revelation for astute magicians. It's produced a limited run of 1,000 decks. It has a tuck case with specially glistening tree bark paper and stunning full-face court cards that extend over the entire face of the cards. The designer is Sam Suna, or Skuna. Pretty cool. Or you can see his website, maybe there's more pictures there. Apparently, there's a note here, a warning. This deck, that due to the color of the orange Pantone inks, as well as the ink density and coverage, has the effect of ink transfer onto fingers and onto the edge of the decks. This may be able to be used to your advantage as a magician, however, they want to be absolutely clear that the decks will bleed ink. That's like the first deck I've ever seen that actually bleeds ink. It isn't toxic or dangerous, but it leads to slight discoloration at the edges of the deck. Just an experiment that didn't quite work out so well, I guess. And they say they're always experimenting. Unfortunately, this can be one of the side effects of staying on the bleeding, literally, edge of playing card production. So it's definitely unique, interesting. And why the hell did it not work? I'll just try and see if his website has any more images. Apparently not. Alright, one more thing to tell you about quickly. David Blaine. His new Blue Edition Lions are available, $8 each. They were on sale for the first 48 hours or 24 hours, whatever it was, for a couple of bucks less. Very nice. You see the cards, they are blue on black. It's similar to the other black Lions that I just got the other day, except that was white on black. Very nice tuckers from Metallic Kings and all that. I like it and look forward to getting it. There's still plans for a red version. I don't know when it's coming, but that would be a limited edition one, so that one you need to be on your game to get it. Next up, I want to mention one more thing. This, the Microsoft deck from David Blaine, was made available for 48 hours through Conjuring Arts. You had to spend $500 to get one free. They are worth $500. At least they sell or being attempted to be sold for about $500 on eBay. These were produced. There was 2015 decks produced for a Microsoft convention. I think it was 800 went to the people at the convention, the Microsoft employees. This was like a performance he did there. And the rest are in the hands of the Expert Playing Cards and I guess Blaine. Expert has given one away in the past. Now they give people the opportunity to get them. I will be getting one. It's $500, but I got a gift card, and I figured it's. I mean, maybe it's not worth it, but basically, it's like a down payment on their website. Now, I can buy stuff on Conjure Arts for the next 2-3 years, and it won't cost me anything because it's already paid for. It'll end up paying for itself, I guess. But it's pretty cool. It's definitely rare. The value is probably going down a little bit now. But as long as they don't put it for sale for less than $500, it should retain its value, I guess. But yeah, they want to keep it, I guess. Whatever they do, possibly they will possibly be giving some away in the future. So keep your eyes on Conjuring Arts and all their social media links if you want a chance to win one. So that is that. I know it's a bit of a long video. I apologize. Lots to talk about. It's been a busy month. I'll see you next time with more on What's on Deck.